right, welcome to our live stream. This is the free beginner lessons for guitar players. And I want to, as always, thank Callie and Oliver for joining us. There are volunteers that are learning, and everybody gets to follow along. And I want to thank Gordon LaBelle for joining me to handle comments and tech and all that kind of fun stuff. And just so you know, everybody that's a minor that goes on one of our live streams, we always ask for parental permission. So with all of that out of the way, let's get rocking here and see what we can get done with our youngsters today. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to unmute everybody and see what we got going on. And there we go. So I'm going to put us in gallery view. So that means that everybody will see everybody for a minute, and I'll tell you when I do that. So that you know that you're on air. I think that's how Zoom works when we live stream. So how are we doing today? Let's start. Well, Oliver gives me the thumbs up. Callie, you had missed last week. We had some technical issues. And then, of course, the video that we did last week, we were learning Believer from Imagine Dragons. And apparently we played a little bit too much of it when we were figuring out the song. And so Facebook flagged it as copyright. And so they took it down. So, but we still have it on YouTube. So people can still follow it on our website. And there is a link where you can follow this whole series in the beginning on our website. And I put it in the comments. And so, Callie, were you able to find that on YouTube and learn some of it? Or was that, how did that go for you?
Yeah, we found it on the website, I think.
Nice. I would love to see how you did. Can you be the first guinea pig today?
Sure.
All right.
Would you mind putting up the notes for me? I haven't memorized them yet.
Yeah, let me just find them here and I will put them up. And I actually, when I went into them this morning, it was blank, so I obviously didn't save them, so I had to rewrite it out. So it'll look a little different, but here they are, if I can find them, make them happen. I've changed my entire system, so there we go. I'm going to put that on. Can you see that okay, Callie?
Yep.
Okay, let's see you rock this out. And Callie, can you pull up your guitar so I can see your left hand a little bit? There we go. Or you could even just grab the laptop monitor and push it down towards you so that it goes lower. There we go. Now we can see what we need. Can you try that first part again for me? Very nice. Cool. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that you got really right there, Callie. And your guitar is very out of tune, so that made the things that you were playing correctly not sound right. Is your mom around? Because I know she's actually pretty good at tuning a guitar. Or is she working right now?
She's just around the corner.
Okay. I'm going to, and then Oliver, do you want to show me how you did? And then all is well. And you might, oh, yeah, I definitely can put that back up. And just give me one sec. There you go.
Thank you.
And I'll just interrupt myself here a second. Callie, if your mom needs help tuning the guitar, let me know. It's all good. We can do that. That's also valuable for everybody. So let's hear you rock this out, Oliver. Very nice. Very nice. So, Oliver, was that the main thing that you did was like work on that beginning part?
I could actually not find it.
Maybe I didn't post it. That would be the second time I've done that. Okay, so you went by memory? Okay, well, you actually remembered it, that whole intro. Perfect. So then the second part, I'm guessing, because we just looked at it pretty quickly last time. Okay, I will make sure that is posted in the comments this time. And now, um, there was a couple of things I noticed, and this is a normal thing that starts to happen. I don't have a regular pick on me, but what I see happening is you're starting to use your middle finger and your first finger to hold your pick. This is a pretty common thing that happens. We actually want to use just our first finger if that's possible. So I'm going to nag you about that until the day that I die. Can you try to hold your pick like that? Can I see you do that? Yep. Now you also you used your. Let me just grab my guitar here. This is not wrong what you did. It's kind of like a second choice. Normally for that first part, I would play it and then and you used your ring finger instead of your second finger, which is not wrong. If that's easier for you, but I just kind of wanted to point that out. Does that make some sense? So either way, and Callie, how did that go? We had the emergency tuning happen. The Can you hit your first string for me there, and all is well, Callie. It's no pressure for you. Good. Second string. Good. Third. Oh, and was that the third string you picked there?
Yeah.
I think I got the wrong string on it.
Yeah, so that third string is actually sitting at a B. It's actually quite a bit too high and needs to come down to a G. That was what the issue was.
I think I had the wrong string on it though. I think I like restrung it because I had to restring it, and I think I put the wrong string on it.
You know what? That happens. That's all part of this. It should still be able to. It'll feel a little like spaghetti when she plays it, but you should be able to pull that back to a G.
Okay, bring her.
That's all good, and you're actually working on getting hired as a tuning roadie. That's good. And had you played guitar before?
A little bit.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Sorry, I hope we're not interrupting your workday.
Oh, all good.
Okay, so then, Oliver, can you play that intro for me one more time, holding your pick in the correct way? And you don't have to use your second finger like that. It was just kind of, I'm letting you know it's a different option. There's more than one way to do this right. I'll throw the sheet music back up for you, and you're good to roll.
Thanks.
And oh, let's see what's going on here. Nice. That's really good. So one of the advantages for you of using that single finger to play that is that it is actually less brain connections because you're just really worried about moving one finger and then moving your whole hand back, right? That's actually very smart. And now I'm going to move ahead a little bit with you, and then we'll come back for Callie as her guitar is getting put into shape. There was this chorus part, and I'm going to play that for you. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So the weird part about this chorus is they have this really cool, it's like actually super awesome. I love how it sounds. A rest right here. It's 2 beats. And then they hit this first chord, and they hold it for the last 2 beats of the bar, and then they hold it for another full bar. So you end up holding this for 6 beats. Does that make some sense? Can you see that as well, Callie? Yeah, and that makes sense to you, Oliver?
Yes.
Okay. And then this is 1 bar, and this one is 1 bar. I wrote them with this distance in here so you could get a sense of kind of what's happening with this first chord, because from sheet music perspective, this bar and this bar are exactly the same, except the timing is different. This one you hold for the whole 2 bars. So I'm going to play from here to hear so that you guys can hear it. Okay? So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make some sense?
Yes.
The good news on it is it's not terribly fast. So what I want you to do, Oliver, is just go through. Let's do this first part because it's almost those chords happen 3 times in this chorus, and there's only the one time that doesn't use those 3 chords. It's just one that's a little different. So if we get this first part going, we are a large portion there.
Okay.
Oh, what string would you be on for that first power chord?
The second top one.
Yeah, which is your 5th string, and then your 3rd finger, or sorry, not 3rd finger, your pinky finger. What string would it be on?
The fourth.
Yeah, and what fret would it be on?
The third.
There you go. And actually, we have another tuning issue. I think you and I can handle this, and that is okay. We knew this going in. Let's see if we can get your guitar a little bit closer. Okay. Can you hit your 6th string for me? Good. Can you hit your 5th string for me? That one's quite low. So in order to go higher, you're going to need to turn it to your right. Can you hit it? And then after you hit it, then start tuning it. Good. Yep. You can go quite far, like a good half turn. Yep. In another half turn. Good. Now a quarter turn for me. Good. There you go. Hit it one more time. Good. I'm going to take that. And now, can you hit your 4th string? Good. That one looks good. 3rd. Good. 2nd. Good. And 1st. Good. Okay. Callie, let's double check your mom's work. I'm sure she's going to love that. I'm even teasing your mom on this. That's funny. Can you hit your 1st string? Good. I'm going to take that. 2nd string. Good. 3rd string. One more time on that. And that one's a little bit high too. We're going to see if we can fix that, and that's all good. So is your mom still there, or do you want to try it yourself? Okay, I'm going to walk your mom through the process on this, and that's just fine. Your mom gets to have her Smith Music live stream debut. There we go. And so for all 15 people, and Gordon gives you the round. So it's the 3rd string that we're worried about. That one that you were. So it's the 3rd from the thinnest. Good, and it's a little bit quite a bit too high. So we need to go backwards. And if you hit it and then turn it, I'll be able to hear that we're going the right direction. And go a little further with the tuning peg.
And it's the top one, right? Like, is this one?
Oh, that one. You got it. Yep, that's the right one. Good. I'm not hearing much of a difference there. There you go. You're going in the right direction. Good. You can come down even further. Good. Now about a quarter turn. Good. Another quarter turn. Good. One more. Good. There we go. Now you're, might as well check the other ones while I got the professional roadie on the Zoom call. Your fourth string. Oh, that's your second string. So fourth string is from the thinnest as first, second, third, and then fourth. Good. Yep. Fifth string. Good. And the sixth. Good. There we go. Round of applause for Callie's mom. There we go. There we go. Look at us. Okay. So Callie, now we're back to you. And let's see how we did on that intro. Now that you're going to be in tune, it should sound quite a bit better. And let's go back over here. And now there's the sheet music. Can you play that first part? Yeah. Yeah, so the only real difference there, Callie, I think, actually, can you play this second bar for me one more time? That one there that I just covered up. Whoops, let's get that out of the way. Yeah, so I would use my ring finger on the 4. So ring finger, there you go. And you want that to be on your 4th string. Yeah, okay. And then our last one, I'm going to show you from here. So this is our guitar cam. So our first one is that, and then our second one, which you used your pinky there, Callie. That's 100% fine. I love that. And then this one is exactly like the first one, just 1 fret lower. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play the whole thing once so you can see it. We do 8 of these. That makes some sense? Okay, let's see that one more time from you, Callie. That's really good. Oh, and we want to use our, because we're 1 fret too low with your middle finger there. So if you use your pinky or your ring finger 1 fret higher than that, you're really close. So you're right now like this, okay? We actually want our first finger to stay where it was. And you notice how there's now a fret in between. There you go. Nicely done. That's cool. Oh, let's go back to there. And then this next one is exactly like the first one, but 1 fret lower. And lower is actually the other way. I know it seems backwards to rational human thought. Yeah, and you used your pinky and your first finger on that, which is totally fine. I actually like that you're using your pinky finger. The normal thing that would happen on there, so you're using those two, and then if you use your pinky here, I'm also good with that. And you used your pinky here, and I like the fact that you're using your pinky. The usual would be second finger on that one. Oliver was using his third. That's also fine. And just the fact alone that you're using your pinky is really impressive. So does that make some sense to you, Callie?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, both of you guys, I'm going to go back to gallery view here. And, oh, actually, Callie, there was one more thing I wanted to mention. I don't know if you overheard me nagging Oliver about how to hold his pick.
No.
Yeah. So you want to hold it with your thumb and your index finger instead of, and most people want to start to use their middle finger on it, which it's not a real problem at the beginning, but later on, when you want to use these fingers for finger picking, it's going to be an issue. That being said, Eddie Van Halen, which your parents will know who that is, one of the best guitar players in the world, often holds his pick with his middle finger and his thumb, and he did okay in life. So, but I do like to nag people to use the best technique that I can get them to. Now let's take a look at this power chord part. And so Oliver, you can also, I'm going to mute you, and I want you to play that power chord part as much as you can, just all by yourself so you can get good at it. Okay. And Callie, I want to walk you through it. Or Oliver, sorry, Oliver, do you feel like you understand this power chord part for the chorus that's over here, or I can walk you both through it at the same time?
I understand it.
That sounds almost definite. I'm giving you a hard time, Oliver. That's what I do. Okay, I'm going to walk you both through it, and you guys are fun. So the power chords, we've done power chords for the other Imagine Dragons song, and you're going to find this all over the place. So Callie and Oliver, can you both play this first one that I'm circling? Just put your hand in that position. Yeah, Oliver's got it rocking out, but Oliver's also played it before. And then Callie. So Callie, what string does your first finger go on?
Second.
It's actually the fifth. I know, backwards to rational human thought. Remember this one up here, this is our first string, and this one down here is our sixth string. You got it. Yep, you found it. Oliver, you can rock out, and you can play through. If you can play through the first three, that'd be good. And I'm going to walk Callie through the same thing. There you go. Can you play that one more time for me, Callie? Beautiful. Okay. So, and you remember how a power chord works, right? Where you're basically, maybe I didn't explain this. I'm not sure. Let's just see. Let's see if I have. I'm going to tell you something and you can tell me if it makes sense. So a power chord, actually, I'm going to do the close-up view. This was the first power chord that you played, right? And if we were to play a power chord, I always talk about the lowest note in it. So if I was going to say play a power chord on your second fret sixth string, you'd put your first finger here, and the pinky is, or ring finger, whichever one you're using, is always one string higher and 2 frets higher. Okay, and that's the position that we end up with. So it's the same thing here. My pinky finger is up 1 string, and as we go this way, it goes higher. The sound gets higher, so we call that up. And this way, if I can orient my hand correctly, this way also sounds higher. So it is 1 string higher and 2 frets higher. Does that make sense, Callie?
A little.
A little bit? Okay. And this is about memorizing a hand position. And so, and Oliver is flipping his guitar to be left-handed? Or are you just trying to see it in a way that makes sense to you? Okay. So, Callie, can you play that first power chord for me again? Perfect. Good. And now the second one is going to be where your first finger goes to your second fret on your sixth string. Do you see that one here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Oliver's rocking that. Yep, you got that, Callie. That's great. And you can keep rocking, Oliver. That's fine. You're not disturbing us at all. And there's your third one, Callie. Good. Okay. So what it's going to sound like is this. It's going to go, the first one, there's actually 2 beats rest right at the beginning here. I'm just going to So Callie, you can see me okay there? So there's two beats rest right at the beginning, and then we end up. Oh, I'll just. I think her phone's distracting her. It's all good. Um, are you with me there, Callie?
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. So this first part right here, what happens is there's two beats rest, and then we play this power chord, and we end up holding it for 6 beats. The last 2 beats of the first bar, so we count for 2 and rest, and then we count 3 and 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then each of these we hold for a count of 4. So I'm going to play those 3 for you and show you what I mean. I'm going to count to 4 and then start. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes some sense?
Yeah, a little.
Okay, good. I want you to try that. Both of you guys just rock it out by yourselves. You can play over top of each other. We'll let there be a little bit of chaos here, and I will move the audio back and forth between you. And I have you in gallery view so I can see you both. Okay, and we're just worried about those 3 notes. Nice. Good job, Oliver. That's really good. Yep, you got it, Kelly. This last one, were you just playing the last one here?
Yeah.
I think you played it exactly like the first one, but it's 1 string lower, as in you go to the thickest string with your first finger. There you go. Nicely done. There you go. That's actually the hardest power chord to play because it's the lowest one and requires the most strength. Good. Yep, your pinky was on the wrong string there, but all good. And Oliver, I think you got this rocking out well at hand. Okay, so now this second part here, it's exactly the same 3 chords. Oh, you'd think I never drew with a trackpad before, but it's exactly the same 3 chords as the first 3, but the timing is different. So you remember how there was 2 beats rest at the beginning of this one?
Yes.
There is not that here. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to count it all the way through from here to here. And okay, here we go. So it's going to sound like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make some sense? I see Oliver shaking his head. Kelly, yeah, okay. Can you both play through that now 2 times, and then this third time through, that's where we get a different chord, which is over here. But I want to hear both of you guys roll through right to here. Okay? So actually, why don't we have Oliver do it first? I'm going to mute Callie. So Callie, you can start doing it and practicing. But Oliver, I want to hear you do it first. Oh, you're 1 fret too high. Oh, now you're a string in a fret. There you go. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay. You can keep playing that if you like, Oliver. And Callie, can I hear you roll through this 2 times? Oh, what string is that one on? There you go. Good. And then we do it one more time. There you go. Is that feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's take a look at this third part. So the third part is the first two chords are identical, okay? But it's this last one here that's a little bit different. And so I'm going to show you on my guitar cam what that looks like. So what it is our first chord is the same. You can both see that. Okay, and then our second one is the same. Now our third one, what I do is I move my pinky to my 3rd fret on my 4th string, and then I'm gonna pick my 5th string and my 4th string. And it's this cool sounding chord. And together, those are gonna sound like this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make some sense?
Little.
A little bit? Okay. So can you take a read through on this, Callie? We're going to start on this one, and then we'll do this 2 and 4, and then that new chord. And Oliver, you can start rocking that out too. I'm going to listen to Callie first, and then I'll listen to you.
Do you want me to do like start of the chorus to the last chorus?
Just from, can you see my mouse here?
Yeah.
Just from here. So you just need to do that first chord, second chord, and then the new 3rd chord.
Okay.
So the first chord is exactly the same as it was before. Beautiful. Yep, second chord is exactly like it was before as well. Just noticing. Good, and then this 3rd chord, this is the really different one there, Callie. This bad boy here. Yeah, and index finger is perfectly fine there. I typically use my 3rd finger, and I'll show you what I mean. So you're playing like that. Now you went to your 1st finger here. I'll take that. I go to my pinky, because then when I have to go back to the next chord, my pinky doesn't move at all, and then I'm right back to where I need to be. Does that make some sense, Callie?
Yeah.
Okay. Sir Oliver, can I hear you? I'll put the sheet music back up for you, and I'll unmute you and we'll hear what you got. Nice. Yep. And so did you get what I was saying about the pinky finger on that 3 to Callie?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll say it again. So with that, we're using our 1st finger down here, and then here I'm going to go to close cam so you can really see it. When I go to that last chord, which is this 3 with my pinky, and it's my 5th string open, you can see that. My next chord is going to be the same as our 1st. So when I play that like that, the 1st chord is here. All I need to do is leave my pinky down, and I'm back at the 1st chord. That's why I use my pinky there. Can you try that one more time with your pinky?
Yes.
Cool. Nice. There you go. There you go. I love it. Okay, now the last thing that happens on this is, do you remember our first bar where we had this 2 beats of rest, and then we played this for beat 3 and 4, counted another 4, and then played those? Do you both remember that? You remember that, Callie?
Yeah.
The exact same thing happens at the end. So I'm going to play this entire chorus for you. Okay. I'm not expecting that you guys are going to have it up to speed. I just want you to know what we're going to be trying to do. Okay. So here's how the whole chorus sounds. I'll play it once where you can follow the tablature, and then I'll play it once where you can see my hands. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. New chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes some sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I am gonna, let me just put this all back here. So I think you guys have the basics on this one, and I'm cool to do this one another week and get you guys feeling like you're really getting a hang of this chorus, because it's got some cool timing things for you guys to work on. Does that make some sense? And would that be fun for you guys to work on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Callie, it'll be your turn to take a look at whatever song that you want to do next, and we'll do that the following week after that. Now, any questions from either of you?
My mom sent you a list, she said.
Yes, she did. Yes, I saw that, and that's fantastic. Let me, actually, I won't be able to pull that up yet, but that's okay. And I'll take a look through, and then I'll make some suggestions as to which ones to do. And I'm just going to check our Facebook feed. And the software that I've been using to restream has never worked to get all the um, comments filtered through. Just had a couple of people tagging other people. That's awesome. I'd love to have as many people on this stream as we can get, and get as many guitar players in the world as is possible. Thank you to you guys both rock. Gordon, I think we need to give a round of applause to our students again. You guys are amazing. And one day you'll both smile on camera. I'm kidding. I'm teasing you. That's my entire job. And you guys are super awesome. You work very hard. And it's my absolute pleasure to work with both of you. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. The May 18th is a long weekend where there normally would not be lessons, but I am going to go ahead and do a live stream because I think it's important to have some continuity on all this. So either of you can just send me an email if you can't make it on that day, and life is good.
I will-
Okay. You'll be here? Awesome. You guys totally rock. I can't wait to see you next week, and I can't wait to hear how this song goes for you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.